Yo, what's up, guys? You got II here. Today, again, with another TMT team builder versus Team Red with Illusion.
Hey, what's up, guys? Illusion is back again.
So, over here, you can see their team. They have Infernape, Laddie, Florges, Tornadus T, Mega Aggron, Crocodile, Delmise, and Swampert. And we are rocking the same team with Tapu Koko, Hydreigon, Metagross, Necrozma, Snorlax, Mega Heracross, Gligar, and for Alligator. So, you want to explain the first mon we have?
Yeah, so when we're looking at them, they have a very like UU-ish team, bulky. A big threat is they have Florges, which is a good Wish Passer, and it can Wish Pass into Aggron. So our first mon is like our best wall breaker, Mega Heracross, and they don't really have good switch-ins to Mega Heracross with its three coverage moves: Rock Blast, Pin Missile, and Close Combat. It pretty much hits everything for good damage, and if we set up a sub on a predicted switch out, we can get a kill on what's in front of us.
Yeah, pretty much. We're a bit bulky. We have 208 in EVs and HP, 252 attack, max attack, adamant, 4 in defense, and 44 in speed. I think we have 44 in speed in order to outspeed Delmise. I think we outspeed adamant Delmise by a point. Am I correct?
Yeah, if they're max speed,
If they're max
Delmise.
speed. Yeah,
I think we also speed creeping Swampert if they have like no speed.
yeah. So we'll be able to outspeed Swampert easily, or more easily, because they're most likely going to bring a defensive set with maybe Rindo Berry in order to take on potential Coco's Grass Knot. Rock Blast is just in general neutral damage versus something like Florges. Um, Mainly for Florges actually. It hits Torn, it'll break Torn, but we're not living any hit from Torn if it's offensive or if it has a flying move. Pin Missile is for Delmise, Swampert, Laddie. Uh, just good damage versus a majority of his team. It can kill Crocodile without lowering our defense from close combat. Close combat is obviously for Mega Aggron, which will do a ton. I don't think it'll kill in one hit because it has a filter, but still good damage regardless. So the next mon we have is Tapu Koko, and this is basically our win con versus their team. We are Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Thunderbolt, and Roost with Farium Z, 72 HP, 252 in special attack, and 184 in speed. With this speed EVs, we're able to outspeed Tornadus T by 1 point. And after some Calm Minds, we can basically sweep through their team.
Yeah, if you look at their team, they don't really have any mons naturally faster than Tapu Koko. The only way they're going to be able to beat Calm this set with Calm Mind is something like Scarf Infernape or Scarf Crocodile. Even something along the lines of Scarf Latias and Scarf Tornadus aren't able to break through Koko with the Calm Mind.
Yeah, and what's awesome about this is because we're Roost, we're able to switch in on Torn a bit better, unless they have Sludge Wave, which I doubt they will, because they'd have to make that prediction every time we go into Coco. They're probably like maybe a U-turn Hurricane Heat Wave set with maybe knockoff to potentially take away Snorlax's Figgy Berry. Um, but yeah, after two Calm Minds, we're able to pretty much one-shot a majority of their team. Z Dazzle will take out Swampert at +2. I don't think we're able to take out Max Spadef Mega Aggron, but it'll still do a ton of damage. And once Aggron is pretty much out of the picture, we're able to potentially win with our Snorlax set, which we'll get into a bit later. So the next one we decided to bring was Gator. And for this match, we thought a Dragon Dance variant would be best to take this team on. So we have Dragon Dance, Aqua Jet, Waterfall, Crunch. Aqua Jet is just in case they have Scarf and Fernape. Crunch is for Lottie. And Waterfall does a decent amount of damage to the majority of their team. Crunch also hits Delmise. You want to explain more about the set?
Yeah, if you look at their team, their likely Scarfers is Infernape and Crocodile. I don't think they're likely to spring Scarf Lottie because of our team. Because we have Aqua Jet, Infernape and Crocodile, after a +1, get destroyed by Aqua Jet. So this can destroy them with the Aqua Jet. And this pretty much breaks through Florges. It can destroy Latias. It KOs Tornadus with a +1 Waterfall after rocks. And it has really good coverage. Life Orb, Adamant, Waterfall, and Crunch hits the team pretty well.
Yeah, like the only thing that can take hits from this thing is Mega Aggron, and if we weaken that, that opens the door for a lot of other win cons that we have. Uh, like Snorlax and potentially Tapu Koko. So the next mon we decided to bring was Gligar, and we actually decided to bring a Swords Dance set this time with Earthquake, Knockoff, and Roost. We're max Spadef, max HP. Max Spadef allows us to take on Special Infernape a lot better, as well as Laddie and Florges. So Florges is pretty much set fodder for this. Again, Mega Aggron can take hits from this and do more damage back with Ice Punch. But again, if we get rid of Mega Aggron, that opens the door for things like Gator, Snorlax, and Coco. So I think that'd be a trade worth taking in that scenario. Anything to add on this?
Yeah. So this is really our main like special Infernape check because we don't really have good switch-ins to fire and fighting coverage, especially on the special side with like Fire Blast and Focus Blast. We were also pretty scared of Nasty Plot, and this can leave a +2 Fire Blast after rocks, I think, even if it's Life Orb. So it's pretty useful for checking Infernape if they bring the Nasty Plot set. And even if they bring physical, it takes it on pretty well.
Yeah, so like this is like a perfect set to be able to take on Scarf and Fernape, which is the only thing that's able to take on Tapu Koko, right? So
Yeah.
if they're Scarf, then Gligar takes it on perfectly, and if they're not Scarf, well then Tapu Koko takes it on perfectly.
It's also an Earthquake immunity, so Crocodile like has to think about clicking Earthquake
Yeah,
because Gligar is here.
yeah, which brings us back into our next mon, Metagross. So this is our pretty much our plan to lead with. We plan on leading with Metagross. It has Colbur Berry, Stealth Rock, Hammer Arm, Meteor Mash, Grass Knot, max HP, max attack. Hammer Arm is for things like Crocodile, Mega Aggron. It won't do much to Mega Aggron, but it'll still do damage at least. Um, Meteor Mash is for Florges, obviously, and Laddie. It's just good neutral damage versus the majority of his team. And we're actually Grass Knot, and the reason why we're Grass Knot is to do damage to Swampert. On the off chance they bring it, Swampert can take on Coco fairly well with the Rindo Berry, but we're not bringing Grass Knot, but it can still take it on fairly well if we're not at 1 or 2 Calm Minds. So Grass Knot ensures that we weaken it enough for Coco to be able to take that on easier, and it ensures that Swampert's not a switch-in. Um, yeah.
So if Colbert we live a knockoff from any Crocodile set,
Mm-hmm.
and while both their stabs can hurt us, we're almost positive they can't Earthquake because Gligar is a safe switch in to Crocodile. So they're almost always gonna knock off, and that's rocks for us.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, like we said before, we're going to be leading Metagross, and if they do lead Crocodile, then they're put in a position where they can't really Earthquake in case we go Gligar. And we're like Illusion said earlier, we're able to take any Dark type move they want to go for with the Colbur Berry and get up rocks if we need to, or even decide to kill it with Hammer Arm.
We're
So,
also, I think, able to leave Earthquake and knockoff from full health unless they're like banded.
yeah, yeah, basically, the max HP ensures that we live any attack unless they're banded Earthquake. So the next one we decided to bring was Snorlax. We're the Curse, Recycle, Body Slam, Fire Punch, Figgy Berry set. And basically, this set pretty much wins us the game potentially if they're not Curse Mega Aggron themselves. So our Curse allows us to take on Infernape. It allows us to take on Laddie, Florges, Tornadus, Crook, Delmise, and Swampert. Knockoff is the only thing that worries us a bit because if they knock it off, we won't be able to recycle our Figgy Berry. But at that point, we'll be able to do a lot of damage to their team. Um, yeah, I think after a Curse, we're able to take on Infernape's close combat fairly decently. Am I
Yeah,
correct?
we take like around 50%, and we can fire back. And if we have the Figgy Bear, we go back to full health.
Yeah, and if they're special, they're doing nothing in a way.
Yeah, just because of Snorlax's good Spadef. So they can knock this off, but the Mons that will have knockoff is Tornadus T and Crocodile. And if either of those Mon gets paired, it's super good for our team. And the only other threat is Toxic, but it's hard for them to fit Toxic on a lot of their Mons, except for maybe Mega Aggron.
Yeah, I could see them putting it on maybe Swampert too, maybe.
Yeah.
But
I think they kind of need like
Florges maybe.
Scald, Earthquake, maybe like an Ice move for Gligar.
Yeah, but I think this team kind of covers a lot of what they could potentially bring, and I think it's definitely going to be an interesting match. Anything else to say?
Nope. I think you said it perfectly.
All right, awesome. Well, stay tuned for the TMT match versus Team Red And with that, we're out of here.